Bosco Bears against the Xavrian Brothers Hawks. Welcome to the Clark Center on the campus of Umass Boston, where this evening the Xavrian Brothers Hawks, 10-7-1 a year ago, will oppose the Don Bosco Bears, 8-6-2 a year ago. Two teams that fell on a bit of tough luck, both missing the Eastern Mass tournament by a point. Bernie Corbett, along with Dave Quinn, the second of our doubleheader action here to open the Catholic Conference high school hockey season for 1987-88.
Got a good game here tonight, Bernie. Two teams that, as you said previously, just missed the tournament by a point. Don Bosco knocked off Xaverian in the last game of the season to keep Xaverian out of the playoffs, and these are two teams with experience, with a lot of veterans, and two teams that don't have a good taste in their mouth due to the fact that they both missed the tournament. Two teams that are really looking forward to entering the tournament this year.
Well, Don Wheeler of the Hawks and Joe McCabe, who was the veteran assistant to Marty Pierce at Matignon, both looking forward and eagerly anticipating this opener here tonight, and we'll be back to bring it to you right after this.
Oh.
At Bosco High School and the Xaverian Brothers Hawks from Westwood, Mass. Puck is controlled by Jade Chavo. Pass ahead in the middle as Xaverian breaks over the line. Chavo into the side of the net from a bad angle. No chance there. Xaverian in the blue and gold. Don Bosco in the green and gold uniforms. Puck is loose at the line. Collected there by Xaverian. Started back by Lincoln. His pass into the middle broken up. Sent back to the line. Dennis Kendall, senior defenseman, trying to beat the forecheck there. Gets it ahead to Hartman. Hartman banks it off the boards, but not out of the zone. Puck now played cross ice by Lincoln. Ahead to Hartman. Hartman trying to turn the defense. Centers it in front. Nobody home. Rebound back to the point. Drive through traffic, deflected wide. Picked up by Municello. Off the boards now into center ice. A break for Todd Boylan. Boylan sending the puck deep into the Xaverian zone. Now Lincoln the other way. Tied up at the line. Into the corner, puck loose. And tied up there for a face-off, which will come to the right of the Don Bosco netminder Harry Vaughn. And by the admission of head coach Joe McCabe, Vaughn was a big part of the story for Don Bosco, coming up with an 8-6-2 record a year ago.
It's one thing throughout the Catholic Conference is to have a good goalie. There's so much parity throughout the league that, you know, if a goalie can steal a game for you here or there, it's going to be a big boost for your team.
Well, we saw some great goaltending earlier this evening as Malden Catholic coming away with an exciting 3-2 win over BC High in the opener for those two teams. On the board now, Kendall for Don Bosco. Pass ahead. Vaughn tries to walk into the zone, broken up. Kendall will try it again. His pass in is knocked down at the line by Keith McDonald. McDonald tries to play it in deep, can't do it. And Valenti for Xaverian broken up along the boards. Puck cleared back into center ice. Now thrown in wide of Vaughn. First man back is Mike Cass, a senior for Bosco. Sends it back into the neutral zone. Kendall trying to play it ahead to Cliff McHale. McHale now loses. And regain his stick now as he races for it. Xaverian breaks it back. Foiled at the line quickly. Back ahead now comes Chavo for Don Bosco. Trying to connect in the middle with one of his line mates, Todd Serrani. They could not connect. And Richardson dumps it in. Vaughn forced to make a save for Bosco. Cleared quickly the length of the ice, and icing is waved off. First man back for Xaverian. Ralph Richardson, junior defenseman. Banks it off the boards into the neutral zone. Puck loose in at center ice. Bosco now starts to break the other way. On Cannon racing into the zone with Kendall. Now from behind the net, pass into the slot, bouncing puck. Back at the point, kept in by Venus. Venus, the captain of this Don Bosco Bear squad, veteran defenseman. Venus with the steal. Breaks on, throws it through the slot. Puck loose side of the net, still loose. And it was covered up by one of the Xaverian defensemen who slid through as they start to on-pile. Face-off will come to the left glove side of Harry Vaughn, or excuse me, of Ed Richardson. The Xaverian netminder with 10:59 left to go in a scoreless first period.
Nice play by Venus there, creating the first scoring opportunity of the game for Don Bosco. When able to capitalize. It's been a rather sluggish first period here, as it was in the first game.
One of those first game jitters that we alluded to earlier. Play offside. Face-off will come back to the neutral zone. Far to the right stick side of junior Ed Richardson, netminder for the Xaverian Hawks. The Hawks 10-7-1 a year ago, and Don Bosco 8-6-2. Both of them missing the tournament by a single point. On the draw, the Hawks break it back toward the Bosco line. Cleared in behind the net. First man back, McDonald. Loose in behind the net. Now Bosco breaks it back over the line. Considine sending it in deep. Hustling for it, Mike Bragan. Bragan swings the net. Pass back is intercepted there by Mike Cass. Cass with a head of steam now to the Bosco line. Sends it deep into the Bears zone. Loose puck in behind the net. Bosco now trying to get together and clear the zone. Long lead pass, too long for everybody. That's going to roll the length of the ice, and it will be an icing. And a face-off coming back in the Don Bosco zone with 10:04 left to play first period.
Talking to Xaverian coach Don Wheeler before the game, he feels the strength of his team is its speed and the returning top two lines of Cass, Hartman, Lincoln, and Serrani, Chavo, and Valenti. And the Xaverians applied some pressure here, and it's been generated by both of those lines.
Quick backhand in off the face-off, goes wide of Vaughn. Now cleared back to center ice. Puck rolling in on the Xaverian net. Loose at the side of the net. Run it quickly there, McDonald. He loses. Sent it in front by Feeney. Kept in from the line, shot well wide. Kept in now, Municello from the face-off circle. Backhand the save. And Richardson smothers it. He'll get a face-off coming to his left glove side. A scoreless first period. Earlier action, it was Malden Catholic with a 3-2 win. Correction on the goaltender, Ed Reardon, the goaltender, the junior from Hanover, Mass, in the cage for the Xaverian Hawks this evening. We apologize to the Reardon family. Puck loose and immediately covered in the corner, so we will face it off once again to the left glove side of Ed Reardon, junior netminder for the Hawks.
Both teams kind of going through the motions right here, feeling each other out a little bit on the defensive side, as was Malden Catholic and BC High.
In our earlier contest. A quick break now by Chavo. Chavo drive from the top of the circle, and that one is deflected up off the scoreboard. And he is the guy that we were told to really keep an eye on. Wheeler made no pretensions about who his star was, Dave. He had a lot of superlatives for that man.
So Jay Chavo was the man to watch, and he's a very flashy player, really knows what to do with the puck. Crafty right winger.
And it will be Serrani, Valenti, and Chavo aboard for this face-off for Xaverian. Off the draw, the puck is now sent back to the neutral zone. Richardson up along the boards. Valenti taps it into the zone deep. Eric Vaughn back for it. Cleared but not out now. Chavo looking in front of the net. Has the pass knocked away. Good defensive play by Venus of Don Bosco. Puck sent right back into the zone. Xaverian first line continuing to buzz, looking for a scoring opportunity. Pass centered again in front by Valenti. And no one in position there for Xaverian. Now it's Valenti with it at center ice. Pass cross ice. Reflecting onto the stick of McHale. And with the puck tied up in front of the Don Bosco bench, we will have a face-off with 8:27 left to play here, first period.
Xaverian's top line applying some pressure to Don Bosco. Bosco doing a good job covering in front of the net. Xaverian had some territorial edge there, but they really didn't generate any offense, really didn't test Reardon. Excuse me, Vaughn. Guess it's a mix-up of the goalies night tonight, Bernie.
That's right. Here comes Don Bosco back on the attack. Bob Concannon dumping it in deep. Xaverian quick on the breakout. Bill Lincoln along the boards. Ahead from Mike Cass. Cass dumps it in behind the Bosco net. Played ahead there out of the zone. Controlled now by Kendall. Play a bit ragged in the neutral zone as Cass now sends it back to Kendall. Kendall gets to the red line. Sends it in deep. Back on it there, Municello. Bosco able to clear it back to center ice once again. It's a late offside here. Municello with a long lead pass. And a quick break. And Concannon with the goal. As he found himself all alone. Suddenly, just unattended at the Xaverian blue line. And he not only scores, but puts himself in the net.
Great play by Mike Municello with the puck. Took the puck on the Don Bosco blue line. Found Concannon all alone, waiting down by the Bosco blue line, and he capitalized on his breakaway. Headsy play by Municello. Right between the legs, Concannon. 1-0 Don Bosco.
Concannon with the goal coming at 7:29, so almost to the halfway point of period number one. It is the Bears on top of the Hawks. Here from the Clark Athletic Center, UMass Boston. Play back on now. Scaled up and out of the zone by Bosco. Puck cleared in. Xaverian zone. Dave Mulvey starts the breakout for the Hawks. Outlet to the head. Pass in the middle to Kevin Donovan. Donovan down the boards. Is ridden in hard. Check of Eric Vaughn. Still battling in behind the net. Puck still loose. Venus tries to clear the zone. Now Mulvey keeps it in left point. Drive through traffic's deflected. Puck has cleared the length of the ice. And an icing call there as Bosco was caught running around a bit after taking the lead in this hockey game. 1-0. Concannon on the goal. We've not got the official word on the assist. But I suspect Municello will figure in the scoring, as you pointed out, Dave.
Yeah, he made a very headsy play.
6.5 minutes left to play, first period. The Bears on top, 1-0 over Xaverian. Face-off coming to the stick side of Harry Vaughn, the Don Bosco netminder. Xaverian trying to apply some pressure. The puck is loose on the twine. And that'll result in a face-off. And we shall see if it's going to be in or out of the zone. It'll be in the zone. It was a Bosco player, the last to touch. Face-off will come now to the glove side of Vaughn. Top unit out there for Xaverian. Serrani wins the draw back in Chavo's direction. His shot was muffled quickly. Xaverian controlling own zone. Chavo's now broken up. A break for Bosco. Quick drive in there by Scott Malone. Kicked out by Reardon. And we had that occur a couple of times earlier. Get the net situation checked out here at the Clark Athletic Center. Upset the flow of the game more than once earlier.
That's got to be a frustrating goal for Xaverian to give up, Bernie. They applied the pressure for 2 minutes. Really applied a good forecheck, yet they didn't really create any scoring opportunities for themselves. And one quick turnover results in a Don Bosco goal. It's probably the most frustrating thing for a team in hockey is to apply pressure for such a long period of time and then make one mistake and have the other team capitalize on it.
That's exactly the case. It does certainly become bothersome. Now Chavo, for Xavrian, sends it back into the center ice zone. Municello there. Picked up quickly by Serrani. He sends it in to Chavo. Chavo now along the boards. Gets run to the boards hard by Venus. Drive from the point. Blocked in front and covered quickly by Vaughn as we have a bit of a scuffle right in front of the Don Bosco net. Vaughn alert there as a couple of unfamiliar jerseys were in front of him. No rebound to be had. 5:35 left to go, first period.
You can see why Coach McCabe had such high accolades for Eric Vaughn before the game. He's made a few nice stops. Big goalie. Looks like he has a lot of composure. Doesn't look like he gets rattled very easily.
Well, playing in this league night after night, you're going to grow up in a hurry, that's for sure. Cass on the draw. Sent in behind the Don Bosco net. Cleared up but not out of the zone. Hartman now loses. And Concannon dumps it the length of the ice. Reardon forced to make a stop. Back into center ice. Now it's Cass, tries to put a move on. Gilardi there to break him up. Loose puck now, a race between Gilardi and Lincoln. Puck is loose side of the net. Wing to wing attempt there by Hartman. So Lincoln unable to connect. Kendall now for Xaverian, overskates it momentarily. Banks it back to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Venus. Venus waits for his teammates to get on side. He's really the leader of this team, the captain and leader in so many ways. According to Coach Joe McCabe. Kendall dumping it in on goal. Vaughn with the stop. Malone trying to clear it ahead, can't do it. Xaverian continuing to apply the pressure. Loose side of the net. And now Bosco able to break it back. Cliff McHale taking to the boards hard. And we're going to have the play whistle. No, it's not going to be whistled. Stick was above the shoulder, but now we have the play whistle dead as Kendall's shots deflected up over the glass. 3:46 left to go, first period. A lone goal in this one. Bob Concannon of Don Bosco putting them ahead at 7:29 here in the first period.
Xaverian's been applying the pressure. They've really dominated this period, yet they really haven't tested Vaughn very much, because you can credit that to the Bosco defense. They've done a great job in front of him, and maybe that's the reason he won so many games for him last year, is that the Bosco defense didn't give the opposing team a chance to pick up the rebounds.
It's so important not giving up those second chances. On the draw, Serrani in the circle, moves to the slot, shot and a save, rebound, and evidence of it right there. No second chance to be had as Vaughn quickly pounces off the initial shot right from the slot area by Serrani.
That's a place where you're going to score the goals, right in the slot area. Serrani on the top line for Xaverian obviously knows what to do with the puck, but Vaughn came up with a big save, controlled his rebound well.
And on the draw, Valenti ups it back to the point from Mulvey. Redirect by Chavo, just wide. Cleared back into center ice. Mulvey plays it off to his partner. Now Chavo winds up, in for the shot. Vaughn with the stop. Bosco manages to send it all the way back to the Xaverian zone. First man back is Davio. Now from center ice, Municello. Davio along the boards for Chavo. Chavo's long lead pass, unable to find the handle, was Serrani racing over the line. Now Bosco with a break on Cannon with it. Tried to play it off to his line mate there, Gilardi. McDonald clears it, but not out of the zone, kept in. Venus off the point, tries to make a play. Now Concannon right at the line. Loses there to Lincoln, who picks an opening and manages to send it the length of the ice. On the boards, Concannon run immediately by Kendall. Just down below us to the left. And the play is whistled dead. Face-off coming. With 2:17 left the first period, Don Bosco leading it by 1.
Granted, Bosco's doing a good job in their own end, but that's not a good way to play a game, playing in your own zone the whole game, because you're bound to make a mistake. Really makes the defenseman tired in the forwards. They have to do a lot more end.
On the draw, Xavrian controlling. McDonald uses his partner, Kendall. Up ahead for Cass. Cass scales it back into the zone. Municello first man back for Bosco. Cleared, not out of the zone. Kendall throws it in opposite corner. Now Lincoln in behind the net. Hartman. Hartman starts to walk in front. His pass for Cass is knocked away. And back comes McHale for Bosco. Shot in. Handled by Reardon. Puck loose now on the sideboards. Municello from the point. Stopped immediately. Municello again. Throwing it in the direction of the cage. Turnaround attempt. Denied. Still loose in the slot area. And finally skated up and out of the zone. A break here for Bosco. Drive in. And a save off the stick of McDonald. And that one looked a little bit tougher maybe than originally imagined by Vaughn, off the stick of McDonald, who had a good head of steam up coming over the line.
It looked a little more tricky than it was because McDonald got the shot off quickly, and that's the key to scoring goals in any league. The quicker you get the shot off, the better chance you have of scoring. And that's exactly what McDonald did.
First unit back. Valenti will take the draw here for Xaverian. Tied up immediately by Kevin Feeney, his counterpart on the first unit for Bosco. Now a break into the zone. Malone throws it in front for Feeney. Pass knocked away. Puck loose in the corners. We come down to the 1-minute mark here in the first period. Feeney with it. Backhand and a goal. Kevin Feeney. A long backhand from just above the face-off circle. And you've got to honestly feel that Ed Reardon was the most surprised man in the building, Dave.
Not only will a quick shot score a goal, but a backhander as well. Last thing a goalie expecting from a spot that high as a backhander, yet Feeney fooled everybody. Little congestion in front of Reardon and just wasn't able to see it, and Feeney scores to make it 2-0 Bosco. See the puck over on the right-hand boards. Feeney moves out, shoots and scores.
One of the longer backhands I've seen.
I'll tell you, it catches a goalie off guard, and you'll be surprised how many goals are scored through the backhand and a quick shot.
And Xaverian back on the attack here, as Bosco is now up the lead to 2-0. McDonald, first man back defensively for Xaverian, clears it over the line, but Malone is there to throw it right back in. Loose puck now behind the net. Played there by Kendall. Ahead to Gleason. Lost now at center ice. Kendall plays it back into the Bosco zone. Juan the first man there. Both teams just playing catch in the neutral zone. Now possible break for Xaverian, and time expires before they're able to move to the offensive zone. That's going to do it for the first period of action here from the Clark Athletic Center, with the score Don Bosco 2 and Xaverian nothing. We'll be back with second period action.
Major Basically what this means is that each of our students must take a full college preparatory academic program and in addition a technology major in one of the 6 areas that we offer. The academic programs are fairly strong. The college prep program is a standard college prep program. The boys here will be involved in a dual program which occupies at least 8 periods a day. The kinds of students that we cater to are primarily students from Greater Boston. Our largest population comes from Dorchester, then from South Boston. However, we do have a significant number of students from the outlying suburbs, primarily from Quincy. The academic programs that we have are complemented by very, very strong athletic programs. We take a lot of pride in not only the athletic programs, but also in the kinds of educational accomplishments that our boys have. On the technology side, the students are able to become prepared as technicians in the area of their concentration. They're able to, because of their academic preparation, to engage in pre-engineering programs, or because of the strength of the academic program, they can go on to a 4-year liberal arts college. The main thrust of Don Bosco is to offer our students these 3 alternatives upon graduation. For more information about applying to Don Bosco, you could call Brother Tony Ambrogio here at the school at 426-9457. He'll be happy to send along brochures and information on the entrance examination, which will be held this December, and also on the open house in November.
Boston Beacons. We await second period action between the Bears of Don Bosco and the Hawks of Xaverian. And it was the Bears that had the better of that period on the scoreboard, Dave, if not in territorial circumstance.
Well, Xaverian had the puck in Bosco's end for a majority of the period, but Bosco did such a good job in front of their own end and playing in front of Vaughn that Xaverian really didn't have many scoring opportunities. And I'll tell you, Vaughn's a good goaltender, but he's got some good defense in front of him, and that's been the key. I mean, that was the key to some of their success last year, and if they're going to do well this year, that's going to be a big part of their success. Bosco took advantage of some of the opportunities they were given, as Municello did a headsy play as Xaverian had the puck in there for a few minutes. Xaverian made a mistake, turned it over in front of the blue line of Bosco, and Municello found Kincannon hanging down by Xaverian's net, and Kincannon went in all alone and scored. Feeney capitalized on another opportunity for Bosco as he had a backhander in front of the net. Pretty deceiving shot. A quick backhand is probably the toughest thing for a goalie to save, and that propelled Bosco for a 2-0 lead.
And that is where we stand. Both teams back on the ice for the second period. We mentioned our schedule, upcoming schedule of Catholic Conference hockey while we have a moment. We will next be seen on Wednesday, January 13th. It'll be these Don Bosco Bears, which are on display tonight against Catholic Memorial. Wednesday, January 27th, Don Bosco again against St. John's Prep. Wednesday, February 3rd, BC High, who we saw lose a very tough one earlier this evening, and they're opening them all in Catholic 3-2. They'll be in action against always tough St. John's Prep. On February 10th, it'll be Don Bosco and Malden Catholic, the winner earlier this evening. And concluding on February 16th, it'll be BC High and Catholic Memorial. And what more can you say about that rivalry? The two of them meeting in the South Sectional Final of Eastern Mass hockey play. The last 2 seasons, both times, Catholic Memorial, of course, led by Mr. Everything, Ted Donato, coming out on top. And who's to say it's going to be different this season? A lot of people are still putting Catholic Memorial in the driver's seat in all of Eastern Mass.
Well, I saw them yesterday, as I said earlier, against St. Sebastian's, and I can see why. They've got a very well-balanced team. It's the one thing I noticed. I mean, they really don't have one line that jumps out at you. They got 3 good lines. The defense is solid, and they're solid in the cage, and they're going to be tough to beat. They've got a good chance to defend their title.
And all the games are on tape delay, I want to point out to you, on channel 23 on your cable system. Glad to be here to bring them to you. We are underway, second period. Puck cleared into the Bosco zone immediately. And back out again. Bosco now carrying it. Pass ahead too far, rolling in, and wisely getting a face-off. Ed Reardon, the junior netminder for the Hawks. Face-off will come to his right stick side. Just underway, second period.
It's not an easy thing for Golden to have his team dominate such a long period of time and then all of a sudden have the opposing team come down with a few good scoring chances. He really hasn't been tested that much, and when he's been tested, they've been tough shots to handle, so you really can't blame him for some of the goals that have been scored tonight.
Well, it has been, from a territorial standpoint, pretty much all Xaverian, but they trail 2-0. Don't give any points for time of possession in any game, this one included. Xaverian manages to clear the zone here. A foot race is won by Bosco's Ken Venus, their captain. Puck is stolen immediately, though. Drive in, deflected in front, loose puck, and a whistle. Anxious moments there for Vaughn. He was looking around for some help, but all he saw was blue and gold.
I was talking to BU assistant Bob Richardson in between the first and second period, and when I was talking, he just got back from another high school game, and one thing he had noticed about the trend in the recent high school teams is that a lot of teams tend to botch up a lot in front of the net. Every time you make a pass in front of the net, it's intercepted, and for the majority of the time, that's a good way to play defense. But when the puck goes back to the point like that, and you got so many guys in front of you, it's tough for the goalie to pick it up. And as you can see, Vaughn's had few problems with the shots that are wide rather than the shots that have been down low.
Kept in from the point and right through traffic in that slot area you mentioned, Dave. Now taken to the side of the net, cleared in front. Bouncing through the crease. Now in behind the net, Municello clears it but not out, kept in. Drive in wide by Mulvey. Now it's Davio to Mulvey. And Mulvey plays it right back to the Don Bosco end. Municello first man back. Now centered in front. Shot knocked away, cleared by the defense wisely. Good opportunity there. Drive in front by Davio, a save. And the rebound was loose under one of the Don Bosco defensemen who had sprawled to the ice. And it looks like we have a delayed penalty coming from all this. 13:39 left second period, and we have our first penalty of the evening.
Clear cross-checking on Municello as it was pandemonium in front of Vaughn, as it has been all night, both by his team and Bosco.
He's been looking through the forest to try to see some of those shots. He's going to give us a chance to look at the Xaverian power play for the first time. And no surprise, it's Serrani, Valenti, and Chavo up front. The points manned by McDonald and Kendall. Kendall with it now, plays it low. Kendall from the point, and he lets it hop up and over his stick. And now Xaverian will have to regroup. Power play rush now. Kendall from the red line, drives it in opposite corner. Valenti first man there, busting through. Drops it into the corner. Chavo now races. Looks to the point. Left point Kendall. Right point McDonald. McDonald from the right point. Valenti now tries to throw it in front, and the pass is intercepted and lobbed the length of the ice.
You don't see that pass made successful too many times from one side of the rink to the other.
Not really a high percentage pass, Dave. No question about that. Kendall and McDonald now. McDonald pass ahead neatly to Serrani. Serrani off for Chavo. Chavo face-off circle drive, and a save by Vaughn as he holds his ground nicely.
Again, Bosco defense doing a great job not allowing the Xaverian forward to come in for a rebound.
No second chances whatsoever.
I don't want to sound redundant, but that's been the key to Bosco's success tonight. That's why they're leading 2-1. I mean 2-0. Excuse me.
The fact that they do have that 2-goal lead. Well, a change is made here with 27 seconds left on the Xaverian power play. They now send out their second unit of Cass, Hartman, and Lincoln. Puck is loose in the circle. Cass clears it back in the direction of the point. Richardson unable to keep it in. Puck rolling back into the Xaverian zone. Macaluso, the first man. Tony, a junior. Pass ahead for Lincoln. Lincoln broken up inside the zone. Now Concannon, a goal scorer tonight. One man to beat. Has it roll off his stick. He's into the zone alone, overskates it. Hartman can't find the handle. Puck is cleared in front and wisely pounced on by Reardon for a face-off to his left glove side. 12:04 left second period. It is the Bears over the Hawks by 2. Don Bosco leading.
As we saw earlier tonight, not many power plays look very good or very effective. Matter of fact, they're very rusty, and that has a lot to do with the beginning of the season. You know, like I said earlier, not many teams accustomed to, you know, who they've been playing with, and it just takes time in order for a power play to start clicking.
On the draw, the puck is loose on the corner. Concannon tries to steer it in front. Loose puck now side of the net. Carried across by Boylan, and a quick shot in by Gilardi. Save and a cover once again. Face off now. Gilardi tries to send it back in the direction of the point. Can't do it. Comes loose now. Up and out of the zone. Bosco trying to play it back in offensively. Gleason with it. His wing-to-wing pass is broken up. Now Municello. Drive in wide. Gilardi's drive in wide of the net once again. Now Gleason from outside the blue line. Cleared back to the point. McDonald, quick shot. Trying to find the far corner. Is clearing up and out of the zone as we get the whistle for an offside. Face-off coming in the neutral zone, far to the right stick side of Harry Vaughn, assistant captain, and along with Ken Venus, the full captain on the defense. Very important and prominent leaders for this Don Bosco team. They are coached by Joe McCabe, 13-year assistant to Marty Pierce and the Mattignon program over in Cambridge. Loose puck now center ice, cleared back to the Xaverian zone. Puck is loose. And tied up underneath Paul Davio. Face-off will come to the stick side. And I believe that I have miscalled the goaltender. I apologize. It's Jim Bates in the net. We apologize. We were told that Ed Reardon was going to start. But it is Bates in the cage. Driving off the face-off wide of Bates. McDonald with the bid there. Bosco now keeps it in the zone. Feeney sends it toward the net. Brown with it, tries to center it, and the pass is quickly picked off, and a break now for Chavo. Chavo drops it off, shot in, and it looked like it got a piece of a post there. Serrani with the bid. Very quick to Xaverian first line, driving, kicked out off the stick of Davio. Mulvey now plays it right back. Chavo beats one man, tries to turn. McDonald can't do it. Sent back to the point. Davio trying to keep it in. Now cleared back into the zone by Brown as he gets to the bench. Valenti lobs it up in front of the Bosco bench area. Municello trying to get a whistle and finally is covered for a face-off. Said to Joe McCabe earlier that that jacket reminds me a little bit of Marty Pierce. The wardrobes must have rubbed off on each other after 13 years. It almost looks like a Marty Pierce coat from across the ice.
Looks like Bosco's going to be called for too many men on the ice.
And Joe is not too happy about that. He's very, very angry, as a matter of fact. Caught on a line change, and you've been there, Dave. You know, sometimes it's, well, who are you jumping for? I'm jumping for him, and a little bit of confusion, and before you know it, you got a 2-minute penalty.
The problem there was that the puck was right in front of the Bosco bench, and referee Stewart was standing right there, and Bosco guy jumped too early, and he counted it.
So back on the power play, Xaverian. They were unsuccessful their first attempt. Cass tries to walk into the zone, has it knocked away. Now a break for Concannon. He has shown some flashes tonight. He gets broken up here and ridden off the play. Cass, left wing side, moves toward the defense, puts the brakes on. Tries to drop it off to Kendall. Neat bit of work by Cass, top of the circle, drive in well wide. Kept in McDonald, immediate drive, and it's gloved there by Vaughn. Showing a good deal of quickness in making that scoop with the glove. And the faceoff will come to his left glove side with 9:12 left second period.
Xaverian's going to have to get on the scoreboard rather quick. As you can tell, Bosco isn't going to win many shootouts, and they're not going to allow many teams to score many goals. And can't let opportunities like this go by the wayside as they did the first power play opportunity.
And now Xaverian's had a chance to rest that first unit, Dave. They make a reappearance. Serrani, Valenti, and Chavo, and they have mustered a bit of offense. On the face-off, Valenti tries to wheel in for a shot. Has it roll off of his stick. And Brown is there to clear at the length of the ice. McDonald races back. McDonald's going to take it himself, left side. McDonald with a head of steam at the defense. Drop pass and a little mix-up in communication with Valenti. McDonald now collects again, own zone. He's owned the puck here. Pass into the middle is intercepted by Brown, and he's seen enough. He just throws it the length of the ice. Kendall now for Xaverian. Ahead, Valenti, or Chavo rather, too long for Serrani as he tried to spot him in the middle.
Xaverian's looking for the home run pass, and that's not the way you're going to score goals on a power play. You're going to make a short, smart pass.
And it's cost them a power play opportunity here, clearly. Ahead now for Bosco. Serrani clears it back in behind the net. Chavo tries to center it. And oh, what a surprise. The net moved again. That time at a most opportune moment for Vaughn.
It's fortunate there. Venus made a nice play, keeping the puck in the corner.
Well, Vaughn, you say the posts are your best friends as a goaltender. Well, sometimes the net suddenly getting up and walking away from you is not too bad either, depending on the amount of offensive pressure being exerted. Donovan, the centerman here, drawing it. Collected now by Bosco as they try to clear the zone. Pass ahead. Comes up out of the zone. Loose. Elsamore tries to clear it in deep. Can't do it. Now Macaluso the other way. Puck deflecting in the air at the line. That's going to result in an offside. And a face-off coming back into the neutral zone. 7:49 left to go second period. It is Don Bosco leading by 2 over Xaverian. On the draw, the puck cleared back to the Xaverian zone. Macaluso first man back. Plays it around behind the net to Richardson. Pass along the boards too long. Venus collects there. Plays it ahead with the direction of Concannon. He can't control it. Now Concannon takes a look ahead, tries to make the pass. Can't do it. Bouncing puck at the line. Now played back into center ice. Elsamore throws it in wide of Bates. Macaluso. Puck loose in the corner. Still loose along the boards. Now dugout. Back to the point. McDonald fakes the shot. Sends it in opposite corner. Now from the side of the net in front of the goal. And that one is going to go to Mike Reagan with a little help from Glenn Considine out of the corner.
Considine came out of the right corner, took a quick shot. Bates made the save, and Reagan picked up the puck and picked up the rebound and scored.
And talk about not giving up those second opportunities. There's a case there.
See here, Considine shot it from the corner. Reagan picked up the rebound and scored. See, that's the difference between Bosco and Xaverian. Bosco, I don't think, would have let up that opportunity, where Xaverian hasn't played deep zone coverage a lot this period, or for the whole game for that matter, and gave up a goal.
And a quick bid, off the ensuing thrust by Xaverian. Almost connecting there was Keith Hartman, the senior. Walked right in front for a backhand attempt. Bosco now leading 3-0. Hardman from the face-off circle tries to throw it into the slot. Loose puck from the slot. Lincoln with the shot. And Vaughn sprawls in front of the net to get the whistle. And he is very sharp in the nets. No question about that, Dave. He has been impressive so far.
The thing that he does really well is to control his rebounds. I think his defense do a good job of clearing the men out, yet he doesn't give any rebounds. Even if they didn't clear their men out, they still wouldn't have anything to jump on because Vaughn covers the rebound so well.
He's certainly not afraid to go and just cover it up and get the face-off when the opportunity presents itself. 6:13 left, second period. A 3-goal lead for Don Bosco. Shutting out Xavrian to this juncture. Face-off in the Don Bosco end of the ice. Skated out by the Bears. Girardi clearing it in front. Bregan with the centering pass. Nobody home. Chavo drives it in for the Bosco zone. Loose puck behind the net. Venus clears it, or Elsamore around the boards. Loose along the boards. Xaverian with 2 men of the puck there. Serrani trying to play it down low. Now it is Chavo from the corner. Chavo trying to penetrate in front, ridden off the play. Elsamore and Chavo battle. Back through the slot area and finally out of the zone. Davo over to his partner Mulvey, and the play is whistled in front of the Xaverian bench with 5:21 left to go, second period.
Xaverian really has it backs up against the wall right now. Vaughn's playing a good game. Bosco defense and team as a whole is playing great Z-zone coverage, and if Xaverian's going to get it back into this game, they're going to have to score a few quick ones before this period's over.
Well, Joe McCabe, his second year as a head coach, and training with Marty Pierce and spending as much time as he did, you know that he's going to have a very well-drilled high school hockey team in terms of the defensive part of the game. That's where the championships are won. There's no question about that. Drive in on Bates, and he manages to cover it up. Considine with the bid there. He was just a moment ago figuring in the scoring. He and Bregan combining for the 3rd goal of the night for the Don Bosco Bears. They lead 3-0. 5:03 left, second period. Face-off controlled by Kendall. Kendall trying to start the breakout. Now some help from his partner, McDonald. Pass ahead. Now Gleason, right wing side. Pass in the middle, poked away. Up now, cleared into the zone. Bosco trying to get the forecheck established here. Kendall's pass around the boards is knocked away. Malone crashes in. Feeney now trying to dig it loose. Feeney chased there and run hard by McDonald the boards. Backed up by Malone, centering pass in front, and Brown could not get his stick on the ice as he was being tied up. Drive in wide of Bates. This puck cleared in front again as the first unit of Bosco applying some pressure. Vaughn drives it back into the zone. And quickly out again. Eric Vaughn, first man back defensively. His pass ahead is intercepted there by Gleason. Sent into the zone deep. Monticello now. Pass ahead too long. McDonald now tries to penetrate. Stopped by his counterpart, number 20 on the other side, Eric Vaughn. Loose in at center ice. And now it's Richardson leading the break the other way. His drive well wide. Macaluso bouncing puck along the boards, keeps it in. Vaughn trying to get a face-off. He eventually is forced down on top of the puck, and that's going to result in the draw to the right stick side of Harry Vaughn, the Don Bosco netminder, who we've got nothing but superlatives for, shutting out Xaverian so far. They lead it 3-0.
Well, the thing that Bosco does that not many high school teams do is that when they're in trouble, they freeze the puck. They're willing to eat the puck, not make a stupid play with it. And that's just a sign of good coaching.
Certainly is. They're extremely well-disciplined team, the way that they've handled themselves here so far this evening. Macaluso, Bosco is partnering quickly ahead. Cass now trying to trigger from the face-off circle, can't do it. Bosco will now have to clear the zone. He's puck at the line now. Drive in quickly. Saved by Bates. Quick bid there for Gilardi. Mentioned this Don Bosco team. The first two lines, as Dave pointed out earlier, they are returning this season. Pretty nice feeling to have that much experience from your forward lines.
The top four lines only have 3 seniors on there, so this could be a team's not going to be looking forward to playing for a while.
That's for sure. When you look at those top 2 lines returning and then see them spotted with juniors throughout, you're going to wonder where this club's going to be next year. Perhaps the Garden. On the face-off now, the first unit roaring out of the zone for Xaverian. This is Chavo. Pass in the middle for Serrani is broken up. Serrani there to regain it. Little lob in front. A loose puck, side of the net, and a goal. Well, that was a little bit too difficult to rebound for anybody to control.
Well, McDonald made a nice play keeping the puck in and just flipping it on net. That's the best thing you can do in a situation like that with so many people in front of the net. Just throw it in front and hope that there's a rebound where one of your forwards can pick up, and Chavo did that, and he cuts the Bosco lead 3-1. Take a look at it here. Excuse me, that was Serrani that kept the puck in, and Chavo took the rebound.
No, and Chavo is a guy that we were certainly told to keep an eye on this evening in this particular hockey game, and he was the right man in the right place to get Xavrian on the scoreboard and back in this one as we head toward the 2-minute mark of the second period. Now McDonald racing, drive in quickly, and Vaughn gloves it and will hang on. Face-off will come to the left glove side of the Don Bosco netminder. 2:05 left to play, second period. It is the Don Bosco Bears leading at 3-1.
It's going to be interesting to see how Bosco reacts to that. Early in the season, first goal they've given up all year, sitting on a 3-1 lead right now. It's going to be interesting to see if they keep their poise and maintain the defensive discipline that they've had throughout this game.
Sometimes a strange goal, a bouncing puck such as that can turn things around. Through traffic in front, a loose puck. And just missing was Rich Murray for Don Bosco. Excuse me, for Xaverian. Golden opportunity there to cut it within 1. Face off once again in the Don Bosco zone with now 1:49 remaining, second period. Kevin Dunneman's unit on for Xaverian. It's Dunneman controlling. Drops it back to the point for Davio. He keeps it in momentarily. Now it's quickly cleared. Back to the Bosco line. Davio from Mulvey. Ahead off the stick of Murray. And a foot race here. Bosco into the zone. McHale centers it in front. And Bates dives in front of the net to tie it up. Face-off will come to his right stick side. 1:24 left, second period.
Bosco's got to keep Xaverian off the scoreboard. They can't really be a mental letdown if they allow Xaverian to get back into this game and cut it to a 1-goal game.
First unit back for Xaverian. Driving through traffic, a save. Rebound loose, side of the net. Still loose. And as a couple of green and gold jerseys had a poke at it. Play finally whistled dead. Face off once again in the Xaverian zone. Now 1:14 left to play, second period.
On the other side of the coin, Xaverian can't allow Bosco to
That's right.
get back that 3-goal lead.
Any goal in the last minute is a momentum swinger for a team oftentimes. Kendall is pinned in the corner immediately by Gilardi, who showed a great deal of hustle here in this game. Second line center iceman for the Bears. Gilardi with Todd Boylan, a goal scorer here, and Bob Concannon. Concannon, a goal scorer rather. Puck loose now. Steered ahead, but broken up at the defense. Cass now with it. Drives it in. And Vaughn once again anxious to get a whistle as he came well out of the net to make that play. 52 seconds remaining. Earlier action in this opening night doubleheader in the Catholic Conference. Malden Catholic with a 3-2 victory over BC High, as they are serving notice that they're not going to be a 3-15 club this season.
Not at all.
A lot of promise in that Lancer team. Drive in front by Serrani was partially blocked. Puck is finally cleared back over the line. And we have a jam and a face-off, which will come just below us to the right. Serrani, Chavo, and Valenti. First unit for Xaverian.
Bosco taking another face-off, willing to eat the puck along the boards again. I think a major reason they have no problem doing that is because they feel confident when the puck's in their own end that Vaughn's going to come up with a big save or the defense is going to get out of the zone.
And Venus reverses the flow. Scales the puck all the way back to the Xaverian end. Richardson first man there. Pass ahead, Valenti. Cross to Chavo. Chavo from center ice. His pass ahead is knocked away by Feeney. Now Serrani to Chavo. Coming down to it, 10 seconds to go in the period. Macaluso ahead now. Chavo with a step on the defense. Puts the brakes on. Pass in front. And a tremendous play by Vaughn to deflect that one wide. 2 seconds. 1. And that is going to do it in the second period. Xaverian just missing a golden opportunity to cut it to 1. The score at the end of 2 periods. Don Bosco 3 and Xaverian 1. We'll be back with third period action. And we are back live here at the Clark Athletic Center. Umass Boston, the place. Catholic Conference hockey. Don Bosco leading Xaverian by a score of 3-1. Second period scoring. Teams trading goals. For Don Bosco, it was Bragan from Constantine, and for Xaverian, it was Chavo for Serrani getting that one back. And that is where we stand as we are ready now for the final 15 minutes of action. 2 first lines getting ready. Crowd getting into it a bit here. Good crowd on hand for this one, as there was for our earlier matchup, which was won by Malden Catholic by a score of 3-2 over Don Bosco. Another close one as we come to the third period and are underway. This is Feeney clearing it ahead to Brown, or Malone rather. Malone racing into the zone. Knocked away now along the boards by Kendall. Venus sends it right back in. Delayed offside. Now waved off. Venus, first man back for Don Bosco, circles behind his own net. Pass up along the boards. Malone couldn't control it. Through the slot now and cleared back out of the zone. Foot race here. Feeney and Kendall, a pair of 8s to the corner. McDonald ahead for Chavo. Long lead pass is broken up. Venus, the Don Bosco Bear captain, clearing it up around the boards. Picked up there by Arthur Brown. His pass too long ahead for Serrani, or for Donovan rather. And now a break for Hartman. Hartman drop pass, drive in by Cass, a save. Rebound is cleared away. Cleared through traffic in front. Hartman could not find the handle. Now from the point, Mulvey keeps it in to Hartman. Trying to throw it in the direction of Cass. They could not connect. But cleared the length of the ice. Trying to center it there through the slot area. Kicked in momentarily. Now Municello backs the play up for Bosco. Cass there to intercept. Sending it back in behind the Don Bosco net. Municello. His outlet pass is stolen away. The Hawks can't set anything up, though. Drive in by Bosco's Todd Boylan well wide. Now Mike Cass for Xaverian. Broken up momentarily. Davio clears it back into the neutral zone. Bodies flying here in center ice. Now McDonald with some quickness. He gets knocked down hard as he was met at the defense. Heavy action here in the opening minutes of the third period. Sustained action. They have a whistle here in the first couple of minutes. Played by Murray back to the Bosco zone. No icing. The puck cleared the length of the ice. Loose puck through the slot area, now cleared in direction of Vaughn. They a bit muddled and jammed up. No real good scoring opportunities, though the action has been sustained here. Richardson playing catch behind the net with his partner. Pass up along the boards. And Vaughn is there to drive it right back to the Don Bosco end of the ice. Macaluso trying to clear it now without a stick. A break here. Brown for Donovan. Quick drive. Face-off circle is blocked. Once again, now Donovan on it. Looking in front. Tied up by Macaluso. Now dug out by Brown. Cleared to the side of the net. Gloved there by Bates. No face-off. Back up the boards by Murray, but not out. The Bears continuing to press through the slot. The puck was loose. And now a break for Xavrian. A 3-on-2. Drive in by Cahill, well wide of the cage. Cleared along the boards and muscled in by McDonald once again. And Kendall winds it up for Xaverian. Pass ahead, too long for Valenti. But there's Serrani. Serrani trying to get a step in the defense. Slides it in front, and Chavo couldn't finish it. He was also being tied up by the good back check effort. Centered through in front. Valenti. Now Concannon running at him. Valenti starts in front, tries to backhand it home. Back to the point. Cross now left point. Kendall with a drive through traffic, deflected in front. First unit pressing now for Xaverian. They trail it 3-1. McDonald trying to make the pass down low, has it knocked away. Finally skated out of the zone by Bosco. Gilardi. Now a drive in. Rebound is loose in front. Off the initial drive, Serrani could not find the handle. And that was a good deal of sustained action. We are down to 9:52.
Over 5 minutes without a whistle.
That was absolutely amazing. Not a great deal in the way of good scoring opportunities, Dave, but it's a good example of a pretty well-disciplined effort on both sides that they were able to cover up for such a long period of time.
I guess when both teams do what the coach is asking them to do, you're going to get something like that happening.
Amazing.
If Xaverian's going to get back in this game, I think we're going to see a lot of Serrani, Chavo, and Valenti. That's a line. Those are three names you're going to hear often for the rest of this broadcast.
I would say so. They're going to be double shifted at the very least. Cass tries to play it back to the point, but the puck hops up out of the zone. Davio across to his partner Mulvey. Pass up for Hartman is broken up by Venus. Now quickly back into the zone. Lincoln, his drop pass is knocked away. Davio plays it in deep. Venus plays it past Lincoln. Now Mulvey cheats into the zone. Cass, Hartman with the drive, a save. Center point drive by Davio rides high. This puck is near the length of the ice as the Bears just pick an opening and get rid of it, as well they should. A couple of good bids in the zone there as Xaverian is really able to make the forecheck work.
Xaverian's doing a good job. They're getting the puck a lot quicker than they did the first two periods, allowing them to keep the puck in Bosco's end. Bosco again continues to do a good job in their own end, covering up in front, not allowing Xaverian a second chance.
That is the key. Those rebounds can really come back to haunt you. If you don't give them up, you're in good shape. Kendall trying to play it into the zone, has it knocked away. A race for it here. Feeney now sees a man in front. It was Brown who couldn't finish it. Kept in momentarily by Municello. Laughlin there to play it. Now Feeney with the interception off of Cahill. Brown with the drive, just wide as he tried to go glove side. Played in front, a save. Rebound is loose and hold everything.
Guess what? The net's off again.
Well, I guess that we look at the overall scoreboard for both games. It's the net to our right 3, the net to our left 1. So that net has been moving a little bit more often in some very strange times, as a matter of fact.
Like I said earlier, a lot of that probably has to do with the way teams are playing D-zone coverage. You know, a lot of teams just botching up the middle, allowing teams to control the puck along the boards, but they really don't have much of a scoring opportunity. They're just waiting for them to make that blind pass in front of the net and intercept it and turn it the other way.
8:49 left, third period. The Bears leading at 3-1. Pass in front by Feeney is knocked aside quickly. Now ahead, loose, cleared back into the zone. Macaluso racing with Feeney. And guess what? Need we say more? Whistle. Net move once again. Face off once again. Now down to 8:30 left. The Bears trying to start their season on an up note. I'm talking to the head coaches before the game, Dave. I guess it was quite a battle in the season finale a year ago. You can only imagine what that one was like with the state tournament on the line.
These clubs are familiar with each other.
Good rivalries in the Catholic Conference, and we're happy to have the opportunity to bring them to you on Cablevision during the 87-88 season. Quick pass ahead. Here comes that first unit. Serrani to Valenti. Return pass. And now Concannon sends it back to the neutral zone. Quick break in the initial rush that time for Xaverian.
Nice pass by McDonald to start that rush.
He's been impressive. McDonald with it right now behind his own net, trying to settle things down. Banks it off the boards for Chavo. Chavo in the middle for Serrani. Serrani through in front. Chavo with the big drive and a save as Vaughn came out and gave him nothing to shoot at there. An outstanding job. Kendall with the drive. This time Vaughn has some problems controlling it. Venus relieves the pressure, sending it back to the Bosco end. Valenti. Pass into the skates of Serrani. He can't control it. Now Serrani with it with a step. Tries to throw it in front. Has it knocked away. Still with it. Back to the point, Kendall. Kendall with the drive, left point, a save. And Vaughn, as we have seen him do a couple of occasions, scooping the puck right off the ice. Quick with that glove, Dave.
Nice stop again. Again, he controls the rebound, not allowing Xavrian a second chance. That's where a majority of the goals are scored in hockey, on a second chance, and Xavrian really hasn't had many second chances tonight.
Get a look at the second unit now. Xaverian cast between Lincoln and Hartman. A couple of seniors, Cass and Hartman. Lincoln just a sophomore on what is really a veteran Xaverian team. 16 members, either juniors or seniors. Only 2 sophomores have made the club.
Only 6 of those seniors are dressed tonight.
And we await the face-off. Hartman ties up Feeney on the draw. Cleared back to the point, kept in, bouncing puck now through center ice, and we had a stick above the shoulder call as Feeney fielded it.
Should be a good chance for Xaverian to get back into the game. They seem to have a speed advantage here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Serrani, Chavo, or Valenti out there in the next few seconds.
We had, well, for that altercation just a moment ago, a couple of matching penalties, so we have some open ice.
And Valenti's in the box, so I guess Serrani and Chavo will be the next 2 forwards coming out for Xaverian.
They should be ready to jump, especially for a side. Donovan gets the jump now the other way. Donovan in alone. A shot of the save, the rebound, and it is covered up. No goal. It was covered up right at the goal mouth by Bates as he slid across.
Great move by Donovan.
Move there by, yes, as he broke in, or Malone rather, he broke in alone there.
Bates came up big.
Certainly did to deny in that situation. Scott Malone almost putting Don Bosco back in front by 3, and that would be a commanding position with just 6:58 left to play.
For what reason the faceoff's outside, I do not know.
I'm not sure what the confusion is there. Trying to straighten things out. We don't have the referees wearing those microphones. It's only in the NFL, Dave, so a little tough to get the clarification. They're conferring right below us.
Take a look at the breakaway by Donovan. Undresses a defenseman.
Well, still no reason why the faceoff would have come out of the zone.
Still couldn't pick it up. Big save by Bates. Did a good job. Did a good job staying aware where the puck was.
He has stood tall this evening.
Sure has. It's a big save. That really could change the game right there. Bosco still has a chance to get back in it. Come on here with a point or two. Xavrian, excuse me.
Xaverian, that's right. Face-off one back. Kendall sends it right back into the Bosco zone. Loose puck along the boards. Kendall tries to keep it in. Finally played back out into center ice by Lincoln. Now it's Kendall. Kendall trying to penetrate into the zone, has it knocked away. Loose puck into the neutral zone. McDonald. Now Chavo with Serrani. Chavo tries to play it in deep, can't do it. Kendall backs it up, sends it through in front to the side of the net now. Both teams still 4 aside for the next 10 seconds. Winding up is Chavo, away from one man, 2. Throws it now to Serrani, shot in the goal.
Great goal. Give Chavo all the credit in the world for that goal. Really created the scoring opportunity. Serrani knew what to do with it and put it home. We're going to take a look at it here. Chavo coming through center ice around one man, by another. Great pass over to Serrani, blasted by Vaughn. Cuts Bosco's lead to 3-2.
Got ourselves another 1-goal hockey game now, Dave, with 5:49 left. Don't go away.
That save on Malone looming bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Now within 1 are the Hawks. Face off back at center ice. We are now 5 aside. Or we will be soon. We are now 5 aside. Cass plays it ahead. Hartman into the zone. Broken up at the defense. Bouncing puck. And that'll hop up into the stands. So fan has a souvenir for himself to take home. No, I guess he doesn't. You don't see that too often.
Well,
anywhere. Even at a peewee game. Fan showing a good deal of charity, throwing the puck right back onto the ice. A little bit of the holiday spirit exhibited. Down to 5.5 minutes left. Third period. A 1-goal hockey game. Don Bosco clinging to a 3-2 lead. Cass sends it in deep to the Bosco zone. Cleared right back out again. Bates is forced to handle it. Loose puck now. On the boards. Hartman down the left wing side. Out with a drive, well wide. Trying to pick the far corner. Mulvey waits for his team to get on side. Now banks it into the zone. Picked up and cleared out again. McDonald drives it right back in. Vaughn forced to handle it. Cleared in on Bates. Bates directs traffic. Drops it for Kendall. Bosco in a line change. A quick out here for Xaverian. Now the play broken up at the line. And some hustle there by Scott Malone. Trying to clear it back in quickly. Unable to do it. The face-off back to the neutral zone 4:39 left.
On that breakaway, I identified Malone as Donovan.
That's right, we both made that mistake. Scott Malone. And he is a member of that line that is on right now for Don Bosco, that first unit. It is Malone with the puck, making the pass to Feeney. Broken up. Venus now bouncing puck, trying to play it back into the neutral zone. Loose at the line. Cleared back by Feeney. Venus. Now knocked down by Brown. Brown tries to move to the slot area, has it knocked away. Cleared in deep. McDonald, first man back. He has been impressive, just a junior defenseman for Xaverian. Now it's Cahill. Tries to go into the zone. Now waits. Plays it cross ice. Boylan dumps it in. Right back out again comes Xaverian. And now a break here. A drive in and a great glove save. Flashing the glove is Bates off the stick of Bill Lincoln, the sophomore. A hard shot, a tester, but Bates equal the task.
Gonna be a big shift for the surrounding line here. When we see them a few more times, and you have to start capitalizing on some of their ice time.
That's for sure, Dave. We're coming down to now to 3.5, 3:31 left. Venus off the draw, banks it into the zone quickly. Centering pass in front, puck loose in front, and covered by Bates. Xaverian is trying to get themselves together here in their own zone, or else it'll be a 2-goal game once again. They have managed to battle back from 3-0, cutting it to 3-2 here in the third period. Gilardi on the draw with Serrani. They tie each other up in the circle. Gilardi now tries a turnaround shot. Wide, short side. Davio. Pass ahead too long. Venus for Bosco. Plays it back on Cannon. Racing into the zone. Loose puck side of the net. And smothering it quickly is Bates to get a face-off to his glove side. Jim Bates, just a junior in the goal for Xaverian.
He's played well since replacing Reardon. Well, Reardon was pulled after the first period. I don't think you can blame him for the first 2 goals scored by Bosco.
No, you certainly can. It was basically no chance, but the change in the nets has seemed to work out pretty well. Driving off the draw, bounces in behind the net. McLaughlin clears it. Ahead now, Cass over the line. Cass is going to walk in, tries to throw it at the last minute to Hartman. He's ridden off the play hard. Now alone, drive in by McHale. Sticked aside. Hartman's pass ahead. Give and go here. Cass at the line. And Lincoln trying to stay on side was just a stride off. Faceoff will come back to the neutral zone with 2:27 left to play here, third period.
That extra dribble that Cass had to make while going over the blue line caused that offside. Good play by the Bosco defenseman.
On the draw, cleared in the Don Bosco zone. Venus, the captain, the first man on it, sends it along the dasher back at the Xaverian line. Mulvey plays it ahead quickly. They've got a head man in that direction. Valenti tries to send it across to Serrani too long. Davio keeps it in momentarily. Puck is banked up off the glass and out once again. Less than 2 minutes to go, third period. Xaverian trailing 3-2 to the Don Bosco Bears. They led at one time 3-0. Since then, Xaverian's managed to climb back within 1. Racing back to his own zone, Mulvey breaks on. Pass ahead to Valenti. His pass is intercepted. Drive in by Malone, and it's tipped in front. And that may do it for Don Bosco. The redirection in front. And it's going to be a 4-2 game with 1:38 left to play.
Tough play for Xavrian. Trying to make that home run pass again. As you see, Valenti intercepts here. Tipped in by number 13, Arthur Brown.
That was Brown, another member of that first unit. Well, Malone, after being denied on that breakaway, a little bit of justice that he was involved in the fourth goal for Don Bosco, as he was absolutely robbed earlier in this one. And right back come the Bears. Pass in front by Gilardi. Whistles wide of the cage. Now Cass walks into the zone, has it knocked away. And Gilardi the other way with one man to beat. Gilardi trying to use a man. Sends it in deep. Concannon first man there. Tries to center it, can't do it. Look up along the boards, is driven in by Davio. Bouncing puck. And a little bit of acrobatics there by Bates in order to glove that one and get a face-off, which will come to his right stick side with 1:04 left to play, third period.
Tough break for Xaverian. Valenti tried to hit Sereni coming through the middle. Municello stepped up, intercepted the pass, took a shot, and Arthur Brown, standing in front all alone, tipped it in.
If you're not unmolested, you don't get to do something like that.
It's going to be awful hard for Xaverian to come back and score 2 goals here with 1:04 left.
With the way that Vaughn has been in control at his end of the ice, very difficult task indeed. Kept in by Malone, drive in to stick the side. Now back to center ice. Trying to penetrate through, can't do it. Brown, a goal scorer a moment ago, bounces the puck back into center ice. We'll be watching Bates in the cage, but he won't be able to get out if Don Bosco has possession. Venus with the drive, whistled wide and over the net. Now 30 seconds to go. Xaverian manages to clear the zone. Cahill's pass to no one in particular is intercepted. Played ahead once again of the offensive zone. But Bosco is doing an excellent job of not allowing Bates to get anywhere near the bench area. And we are now down to 10 seconds. And it looks like the Bears have got this one wrapped up. 2 seconds, 1. Cahill with it at center ice, and that's going to do it. The Don Bosco Bears prevail on their opening night by a score of 4-2 over the Xaverian Hawks. We'll be back. And we are back live at the Clark Athletic Center, campus of UMass Boston, where we have completed our opening night Catholic Conference hockey doubleheader. The first game, to recap, it was Malden Catholic 3-2 over BC High. So a statement made by the Lancers, a 3-15 team a year ago that lost 7 agonizing 1-goal decisions. They are going to be heard from. And here in the second half of our doubleheader, another exciting matchup. It was the Bears of Don Bosco 4 and the Xaverian Brothers Hawks 2. And any impressions about the final of our 2 games here tonight, Dave?
Well, I was impressed with Don Bosco. They did a great job in their own end. Obviously a very well-coached team. I was impressed with the defenseman Municello, who made two big plays, of course, the first and fourth goal. The fourth goal, kind of the wrap-up goal there to kind of put the nail in the coffin for Xaverian. But Xaverian's going to be a good team. I think they're just going to need time to gel together and just get things going. But I'll tell you, Bosco really impressed me tonight.
Well, when we talked to Joe McCabe, we mentioned 13 years of experience with Marty Pierce. I guess you got to learn a couple of things. His second year as the head coach, a little bit of tough going a year ago, just missing the tournament.
Right.
I think that they look to be a tournament team in '87, '88. I'll be surprised if we don't see a stronger club when we look at them later on in our Catholic Conference slate.
Definitely. We're going to look like you're going to see a few of the Catholic Conference teams in the tournament tonight, because all 4 teams, 2 1-goal games. Obviously, these 4 teams are very evenly matched, and there's a lot of parity in the Catholic Conference this year, and it's going to be an exciting year.
Well, and I'll have a very exciting time bringing the action to you fans with Dave Quinn, my partner. Dave, always a pleasure to work with you.
Likewise here, Bernie.
Well, that's going to do it here from the Clark Athletic Center. The final score, Don Bosco 4, Xaverian 2. This has been Catholic Conference Hockey. Good night, everyone.
Uh-oh.